Blog Talk Radio.
Yo, what's going on? This is the show B.A.M, and today we're going to be talking about, is lending money to family or friends good or bad? Now, we know this is an issue everybody has encountered, one way or another. Everybody know when it comes to money, it brings out the good in people or the bad. So today, like I said, we're just going to talk about is lending money to family or friends good or bad? Now, if you want to call in and give your 2 cents at any time, the number is 929-477-2663. And also today, let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Mango.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Last night I messed up, so I hope y'all can hear me today, and I hope 18 minutes don't pass before I realize that y'all can't hear me. But anyway, what's up?
Definitely. So, always, you can always listen to the show on Blog Talk Radio, on Being the Man channel, or you can also listen to it on Mr. Mango's YouTube channel, which is B.A.M Talk Spot. And as usual, you guys know we always come on at 11 p.m. Monday and Tuesday.
Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly. So, Mr. Mango, I'm going to start us off with, let's say, why, if you lend, when you lend money, why do you do it?
Because I feel guilty.
You feel guilty?
Yeah. That's, when you asking me, the individual.
Yeah.
I feel guilty. Like, I want to help. But we don't want to help in the best way. We want to help in the way that we think is the least problematic, and that is by doing what they ask. But the best way to help is telling them the truth. But that's hard.
Yeah. I would say for me, man, the reason why I lend money is also, to help, man. I do it. I understand everybody needs help. Everybody gets in a place in life where they need some type of help. Sometimes it don't even have to be financially. Just I'm the type of person that just believes in helping people. Period. But that could be a weakness that a lot of people exploit. The fact that, they know you are the helping type. But, like I said, for my reason for lending money is always to help people, man. Get them a hand up. Hopefully it benefits them and gets them to a point where they can, help the next person, that's in the position that they was in. It's kind of like putting out positive energy, so that somebody else can put out positive energy to somebody else. It's like that. So now the big question, the overall question of the day is it good to lend your friend or family money? Now the reason why we limited it to family or friends, because those are the ones who are closest to us. Those are the ones that we care about. Now, of course, if you see someone on the street and you see them doing bad, you're giving money out of sympathy and because you want to help. Now, when it comes to a family, it's the same. You want to help, but you also, it's deeper. You love that person. You don't want to see that person do bad. So, you do what all what's in your power to help that person. So, the overall question, Mr. B, Mango, is it bad or good to lend family or friends money?
In truth, yes, it's bad. In truth, on a personal level, there should be no money lending, period. On a personal level. Now, if you have business and your business is lending money, that's different. You're conducting business and you have protections in place to protect your business, and you're not lending money from your personal life. You're lending money from a business position. You run a bank. You own a bank. You're lending money. But lending money on a personal level is always a bad thing to do. The reason why I say this is because me personally, I'm a Christian, and that's what it says in my Bible. It's bad. Okay, but I've learned that many things that in there have practical applications out here, and it makes sense. For example, most conflict that happens with multiple family members is because of money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's because of money. Somebody loaned somebody some money, or somebody didn't pay them back, or whatever the case may be. So just imagine how many issues would be removed from the equation if no one lent money in families and friends. If everybody stopped doing that, just imagine how many issues would be removed from the equation. Boom. One good that would come from everybody stop lending money personally. Two, another reason why I don't think it's a good thing to lend money is because the individual, most often than not, was in a position to need the money. And going back to yesterday's show, they have bad financial practices anyway. So most likely they're not going to, no time soon, be in a position to be able to pay it back. So if you want to help somebody, you help them like this. I can't lend it to you because I don't lend out money, but I can give you this, and it be a piece of what they're trying to accomplish. I know people personally that always need a helping hand. So how big you let that ledger go?
Yeah. Now that's my answer to that question is, I think it's both, like it's good and bad. I think you can run into people that are genuinely in need of help, and they probably just got hit with a bomb, and they really needed help. I could be like, for instance, I speak personally with this. I've been, before I got this apartment that I'm in, I had the money for the deposit. I had the money for, to put down first month's rent and all of that. But I was also hit with the thing where, to get your lights on, you got to pay a deposit. And I wasn't aware of that, like, because I don't recall ever having to do that. So I wasn't aware of that, and I didn't have that. So I had asked my grandma for, to loan me the money to be able to pay the lights so I can be able to get the apartment and get into it. And, she did that, and it helped me get into the apartment. And as soon as I got the money back to be able to pay her back, pay her right back. And that's when I would say it is a good thing, because you got some people that really handle their business when it comes to money, and they really be sincere in paying the person back. I think that's one thing I got from my granddad is, owning up to my responsibilities. And another thing is the bad is you do have those habitual, just those people that habitually never have money. Like every time you turn around, they're broke. It's the same old thing every year in and year out. It's the same position. Now, I would say for those people, it's bad to lend them money, because, like I say, year in and year out, they're in the same position. So it doesn't really benefit them or you to help them, because you'll put yourself in a position where it won't be a good relationship, because you'll get a little salty from not getting your money back, and they'll get a little salty from you even asking for your money back. And
But
That
but but
situation is a bad situation itself.
but let me ask you this: do you not know who you dealing with? Is it a shock?
No. It's not really a shock. But then, like I said, it goes back to the point when I was saying the people, when it comes to family and friends, those are people who you love. So you take that risk, and you get burned sometimes when you do take that risk. But it's just a risk you're willing to take for a family or a friend.
So, what is your opinion on what if we got 100 people and we
Hmm.
took a survey? How many people gonna be like you pay grandmama back, and how many people gonna be like the second person?
It's kind of don't pay my grandma back.
No, that do pay grandmama back. How many people gonna be like you and pay grandmama back? And how many people gonna be like the other person that don't pay back?
Is that a family of the grandma, or is this like a?
No, I'm just asking. Out of 100 people, how many people you think are debt repayers, and how many people you think aren't? Like, like give me an idea of what you think the percentage of people who pay their debts back.
Honestly, I would say like 3 out of 7.
3 out of 7 people pay their debts back.
Three out of the 10.
Oh,
Three
three
out
out
of
of
the 10.
10.
Well, 30
30%.
out of 100. You said.
30% of the time, you gonna get your money back. Okay, that's the bank won't even loan you money if that was your rating. Here's the thing. How many times have the dynamic of the relationship between two people changed specifically over loaned money? We were cool, and you just said it. Now things ain't so cool, and you feeling some kind of way, and you knew better. That's who you really mad at. You mad at yourself. You knew better. You did it anyway because you felt guilty, like I said in the beginning. Okay, and now everything's all weird and awkward with each other. That's that side of the game. How many times do people that's in a bad place be turning up with stuff? Hold up. How you got this and you owe me? You ain't never been there? How you got this and you owe me? You just acquired this and you owe me. They treat every other debtor priority over you.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too. Like and you know what? And social media helps you see that a lot too, man. Because I think people really forget when they owe somebody money and they on social media and they'll be like, yeah, I just did such and such, oh, I'm out with such and such, we out here, we balling, and then you'll be saying to yourself like, damn,
Oh my God.
I just lent so and so some money and they out right now balling.
You know what?
Like,
Yo, this conversation that we having right now just reminded me of how much of a hypocrite I am. I just thought about this one person because I've never forgotten, because I don't borrow money like that. But this one person that I owe, and you know what? He's getting paid back, and I've owed him for years. And as I listen to my self-talk, I realize I am a hypocrite. Okay? Owed him for years. I'm looking you up. You know who you are if you're listening and if you're watching this. Okay? I'm looking you up, and you get your paper back.
hey, cause especially if you're listening, he like, this motherfucker right here. He talking about not paying people back. What about my goddamn money?
Yeah. What happened is time and priority, and it goes back to what I was saying. I'm the perfect example. People prioritize other stuff over that personal loan they got from you. And 9 times out of 10, they ask you because they think you got it, and it ain't gonna hurt you anyway.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you see this person a lot?
No, we don't even live in the same state.
All right, so I, you know what? To be honest, I can definitely understand that. But for some reason though, that's like when I owe somebody something though, it sticks with me until it's done.
Yeah.
Because especially if I know I'm gonna see that person all the time, man, it's like, man, it got to get dealt with. Because Oh no, I just don't want to be that person that just don't repay his. Because if I fall back down again, I want to be that person. If I came back to you, you'll be, oh yeah, sure, brother. We ain't had no problems the last time. Shit, it's all good.
Hmm. And then you got some people that owe money to you, and depending on how they feel about you is going to determine whether or not they pay you back. All of this will be nipped in the bud if you just have a policy. I don't loan money.
Oh man, oh yeah, yeah. Those people right there, they borrow money from you when y'all was good, and then soon y'all ain't good. Oh, I ain't paying him shit back now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, any dudes that do that, they definitely a bitch ass dude.
Well, there's a lot of that going on. Now, here's another thing. A lot of people I know it's 2017, and there's more atheists and agnostics and Muslims and all of that in the world today. However, a lot of people I know call themselves to be Christians, right? And the reason I harp so much on Christians is because most Christians playing with it. They're not serious about it. Or most people that call themselves Christians playing with it, they're not serious about it. It specifically say in the Bible, the borrower is slave to the lender. Okay? That means the relationship between the person who borrowed the money and the person who lend the money is slave master. Okay? Now, if you call yourself a Christian, this apply to you. If you ain't a Christian, this ain't the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. But if you call yourself one, this apply to you. Slave master. So why are you now changing the dynamic of your relationship, brother, friend, father, cousin? Why are you changing the dynamic of your relationship from family to master slave?
Yeah.
And
so everybody who owes me is my slave.
I'm just saying. So debt is bad. How can we just have a show talking about debt and then it'd be okay to have debt? No debt is good debt.
When you say no debt is good debt, I know you're talking about like credit card or loans.
I'm talking about debt. Period.
Yeah, debt. Period. But I mean, man, you just there's plenty of ways to play this money game.
Yeah.
And you got the way to play the game when it comes to getting a loan to make profit, or either using your own money to make profit. And you can be successful both ways.
I feel what you're saying, and mind you, I'm speaking from in your personal life. I'm not talking about your commercial life. I still think debt is bad all around the board, because what debt does is it creates a mentality. We now live in a world that people think is unrealistic to buy a house, cash money. We now live in a world that people think it's unpractical to buy a car, cash money. So we got generation to generation, nobody ever buying nothing and nobody ever owning nothing and passing it down because they never really owned it in the first place. But I bet you if mama spent 30 grand, 300 grand or whatever for the house or for the land, it would stay in the family. It changes how we think about things because it didn't hurt to get the thing. Why you think folks, and we know who these people are, get a new car every tax season? Because they didn't feel the pain of the purchase. And they've done studies. And this applied to spending debit card transactions too. They've done studies. When you use credit cards and any type of form of electronic payment, it hurts less than when you spend cash money. And all of that is part of the debt hustle. We live in a debt-based society. Tell you what, let's live 50, 100 years without this debt-based mentality, then we'll start talking about good debt. But we can't even manage the bad debt for us to be talking about good debt.
Hey, you know what? I was just thinking about step one of Dave Ramsey, the steps to debt-free, financial freedom.
Yeah.
That first debt, where he says only save 1,000, he need to revise that.
Yeah, because it's dated. It's dated. And when we
it's
did our
dated.
we did it, we did like more than that, like a whole bunch more than that, because we didn't feel comfortable with just that.
That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, hey, no, $1,000 definitely not enough, man. Because I've had car issues to where I got down, transmission went bad, and that was 17 to, that was like almost 2 grand. So it's like, imagine if I just would have only saved $1,000. It would have been like, fuck, I'm out another stat to get this fixed. So yeah, he definitely, that's definitely outdated. So what would you say it should be at now? Like at the least 5 stats, right?
Yeah.
At the
Everybody
least.
that's grown should have at least 5 grand put away for an emergency before they start the rest of the baby steps. And for, well, I don't make that kind of money, blah, 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 blah. All right. Well, you got 2 choices to make. Make that kind of money or make some sacrifices, sell some stuff. You
Yeah,
got to do
I
something.
think everybody can save some money, right? I think that's definitely proven because every household, for some reason, for folks to be broke, they have cable. Every household got an iPhone or the one of the top Android phones. So I mean, it's like,
Well, see, let's look
shit.
at that for a second. We borrowed money from the phone company. Mind you, it's at 0 interest because we're not paying extra. But we borrowed money for the phone company for the fancy phone, and then we pay the phone company back every month on our phone
Mm-hmm.
bill. Okay? Once we stop having this debt mentality, we'll stop doing stupid stuff with our money.
Yeah, man. But the hey, your mic just is your. If you start talking, did your mic just go out?
I just stopped talking. Last thing I said was
Okay.
money.
I was gonna ask you, what is the limit of money you should lend out? What is the limit?
You should have a maximum money lending limit of $0. You shouldn't lend money. If you don't, see, here's the thing. If people love you, they'll understand. If they don't love you, why are you lending them money anyway? Okay? You shouldn't lend money. If you're in a position that they can come to you and ask for money, then that means you're in a position to give. Did you forget about baby step number 7? Okay? Build your wealth and give.
Yeah.
Give. Here. I don't have
Don't
the
lean in
$500 to give to lend you, but here's $100 towards your problem. That's how you handle it. Now you don't ever have to worry about feeling some kind of way because they ain't never paid you back. It's a gift here.
I think that is a better way to handle it. Like do it as a gift. Definitely do it as a gift because you do it any other way, man. You're basically probably pulling from something you probably need it later.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you just put yourself in a position where there was probably no guarantee that you was gonna get back what you just put out there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and
I
you
mean,
making bad investments.
Yeah, now only way you should be a lender is if you are doing it for a business and you're getting interest back on whatever you're lending out.
Well, see,
So that's
in
right?
in the business world, there's some form of collateral that's on the line. Okay? I'm putting a lien against your house. Okay? There's some form of collateral that's on the line when they lend. And in the business world, most lenders are predators anyway. Okay? So you shouldn't be borrowing money from if you in your personal life anyway. Okay? Because it's a trap. Borrowing money is a trap. Paying interest on money you borrowed to fulfill a maybe potential thing. This is what you do. You make people believe in whatever it is you're doing, and you ask for their support. If you can't convince enough people to help fund what you're trying to do, then you ain't ready to do it.
So what about we can go down the list of family members.
Okay.
You got so you got mom, one of the most important family members of your life. How do you tell your mom no?
Well, I love talking to my parents because my parents are the ones that introduced me to the Bible. So I love sharing scriptures with them. Mom, I love you. You're my mother. But the Bible says that if I loan you this money, I now become your master and you my slave. And I don't want to do that to our relationship.
Yeah.
But here's what here's somebody I can, here's somebody toward here. First of all, let's rewind a second. Nobody's mama should ever have to ask their child to borrow money. And that goes for daddy too. Yeah, I know daddy get a bad rap, but nobody's parents should ever have to ask their children to borrow money. Okay? Son, I'm having this issue. Can you help me? Now, if you're a single son, you can help your mother or father without any restraints. But if you're a married son, then you need to discuss it with the new queen of your life and get on one accord to make sure it's not going to cause any problems in your house.
Yeah.
And then you help the way you can. And if they can't respect that, then you need to distance yourself from that. I don't care if it's your mother or your father or your sister or your brother. If they can't respect your marriage, then you need to distance yourself. Love from a distance.
Yeah, but that type of position though, man, when you got, I'm glad I don't have that issue, but like some folks got that issue where they spouse do not get along with their mom, and it's like, well,
I dealt with that. I dealt with that for a little bit. It's difficult, but at some point you got to sit your mama down, and you got to sit your spouse down, and you got to let them understand that what they're doing is evidence of lack of love and respect for you. If both of y'all claim to love me and both of y'all claim to respect me, then both of y'all are going to be adults and get it together.
Yeah.
And the problem is not enough men, and this is a challenge I had to deal with. Okay? I had trouble being able to have that conversation. Because it's your mama. But at the same time, it's your woman. And you deal with you deal with not wanting to upset, but at the same time, you the one suffering because you love them both, but you can't ever share your love. You got to have separate things with these two. Nah, bruh. Your daddy should teach you, and fathers should teach their sons that they're responsible for the success of the relationship between a mother and their spouse.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with that to a point, because you can run into a female that's already probably got a bad relationship with her mom already.
Then why you married her?
So yeah. So exactly. So probably somebody that probably didn't pay it no mind, but those are some key things I know I paid attention to.
You responsible. You chose to ignore that big old red flag and marry anyway. So lay in the bed you made.
Yeah. Because I definitely think that's a flag that all fellas need to pay attention to when they come to the woman you pick, and it's how she treat her mom and her dad. Because if she can treat them that way, she can definitely do you even worse. So, what we got? 30 minutes in.
Yeah, and we gave the number out in a minute. Anybody who's listening who want to chime in with their 2 cents, get their thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mike's right. Maybe Mike's wrong. Whatever you feeling. The number to call is 929-477-2663. And yes, we will be screening calls tonight.
Oh yeah. Or unless you just want to call and give a shout out to the person who owe you money. You can give shout outs to people who you lend money to.
I'm scared Buddy might call in. I don't need that in my life.
Oh man, yeah. This situation, man, I hate it because I don't like to. Cause when I lend money out, I lend it out and I just take the person's word for it, and I just leave it at that. I don't even like to press the person, cause I know what that starts. Come on, you ask somebody for your money. Damn, I'm gonna give you money, motherfucker. Damn, that type of shit. So I don't even like to press people, cause I don't want no shit and then to start. So
see,
I definitely
what happened is we don't. We just loan money. We get put through so much crap from systems about loaning money. Documents get signed and all this stuff, but we don't communicate about what expectations we got for how this money get paid back. And if we can't have that conversation, then we shouldn't be loaning money. Yo, bruh, this is what it is. I need this. Matter of fact, let me get that PlayStation as collateral. Something. But now we feel guilty and we just get it.
Yeah, because we still doing handshake deals.
Yep. How much time we got to watch Judge Judy? How many episodes of Judge Judy we got to watch before we figure it out? We get a clue.
Man. So you think if you're gonna lend money out, do you need to go to the precaution of having something wrote up, and because this could be to protect you and the other person that's borrowing. So hey, listen, I'm gonna lend this money, but we're gonna have this paper that we're gonna sign, just to protect both of us.
Yeah, and not even just that. It's keeping everybody honest. You know how you have a conversation, but no, you ain't say. You said, you know what? It's right here in black and white. We ain't got the who said what and when and all of that. It's right here in black and white. Because people get amnesia when you start talking about what was the exact stipulations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, what are you talking about?
And if you is getting money back and payments, because y'all agreed upon that, keep records.
Yeah, you definitely got to. I think it's been some times I asked myself, I was like, damn, do that person still owe me? Yeah. And you immediately, I guess when I start thinking like that, man, I just go ahead and charge it off.
Charge it off. We got smartphones now. We ain't need to do contracts. We can do a video selfie. Yo, I'm loaning you this much for how long? Yep. Video selfies. We got tools at our disposal now. This is more than just Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Okay, we got tools at our disposal now.
Yeah, you know what though? This issue that we have with family and lending money with family and friends, I think it really stems from the fact that nobody's really being honest. Like when from the person that's getting the money to the person that's giving it, like I don't think they're being honest. And I say that because the person that probably took the money, they probably felt like, oh, this person, we cool to death, man. I know he not gonna really be on me about trying to get it to him as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably
he knew you was that duck you can ask. You was their first choice, not their last choice.
Oh man. So I think that's what it is. Like people are like, oh, he'll let me slide. You know, my folks ain't gonna trip on me like that. And if they thinking like that from the start, man, they didn't really get a good understanding of, you know, you lending this money and when you want it back and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I think I'm starting to agree with the fact that yeah, you can't lend to family and friends, man, because it kind of, because with me, man, when I lend you money and I see you don't pay it back, you get in that circle where those circle of people that's I'm constantly reminded of. If they ever ask me for something, I'm gonna say no. It's just gonna be that easy to say no because, you know, when I loaned the money the first time, it didn't work out. So it's easier for me to say no the next time.
Yeah. You know, and no is something that we have to start learning how to say. We have, you know, a lot of people loan money because they haven't learned how to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's you know,
My grandma was like that.
you know, and folks know that you well, baby, yeah, you know, and you put them puppy dogs and the guilties and all of that. They know. And then you know you got those people that love to remind you for that one time they helped you out, but forget all the times there's just too much. Okay, there's too many ways it can go wrong for you to be hoping that few way it can go right, it go that way. I don't even understand what's so hard, bruh. I don't loan money no more. It's a new policy. Just like when you start dating a chick, yo, I take paternity tests anytime somebody tell they pregnant. That's just a policy. Okay, we go to these jobs. They got policies. We sign on to whatever thing on the internet. They got terms of service. How come we don't got terms of service with each other?
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? Maybe we can provide a service that encompasses all of that. Like, hey, you come to us, you pay us a subscription. Whoever you date, whoever you loan money to, we take care of that. Like, if you're dating a chick and she says something about pregnancy, we go ahead and put in process of her getting a paternity test. You know, if you loan somebody a money, we'll put in process to get that paperwork signed so you can get your money back in increment. You know.
Hey, sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds like something that'll work good in the hood, won't it?
Get us cussed out. You've been served.
Man, but I you know what? It's this one thing I want to talk about, and it's possibly a show that's probably we're gonna talk about tomorrow. We talked about it before, about men being screwed when it comes to child custody. Man, I was in the courts today, and I just saw how the courts operated when it comes to you standing before a judge and stating your case about why you should be allowed. And let me just put emphasis on this. When two people can't come to an agreement to, you know, who's going to get the child at this day, when it comes to the kids, you have to go to another person who you finna put in the middle, and they're going to make the decision for you. Two grown-ass people got to go to another person to have a decision made for them on who gets to get the kid at what time and this. Like, man, when you really think about that, that is some bullshit for two grown-ass people can't come together and can't make a decision on who can get the kid at this day and this time. You got to go to another grown-ass person and get them to tell you when you should see your kid and how often. And, man, the way that court system is, man, is first of all, you got the people who got lawyers and you got the ones who don't. And in that instance, they will allow your lawyer to go talk to the person who's on the opposite side to, you know, see if you can come to an agreement before you even go stand before the judge. And man, it's just a crazy situation, man. And then they go off accusations. Like I saw a lady didn't prove anything, but her accusation alone helped, her win her case and defeated this other mom from seeing her kid for 12 months. No contact. We really live in a society where if you don't have proof, but you're still given the right to tell another grown person, those are your biological kids, but I'm finna get ready to tell you right now, you will not be able to see them for 12 months, period. That has to be, and the justice system is like terrible right now when it comes to that. And I just want to put that out there because that may be a show next week. And yeah, man, I know I went totally off topic, but yeah, that definitely may be a show next week, man. That's just something that I've been thinking about ever since I went to that court day and saw that, man. It's terrible. Man, you really don't have no win when you walk in that courtroom against another woman.
Well, at the end of the day, if it's this way, we need to be a little bit more meticulous and careful about where we put our penises.
Yeah, you really shit. You might well start signing contracts with that too.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
And you have some self-control. Self-control.
Yeah, we do, but the animal instinct, man, it's it's a lot of empires have failed because of that.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you say? The biggest lending industry in the world right now, which is college, student loans and stuff. Do you think that lending industry should be, cashed out from college? Like, should they not be allowed to lend, young adults money? Because first of all, if you think about it, most young adults are not prepared to understand what a loan is, and what the dangers in taking a loan. Because you just got out of high school and you're going to go pursue your career in something else. So then you may have the potential to be a loan. Do you think those type of lenders need to be taken out of colleges?
Look, I personally believe that it needs to be just as hard to get a loan today as it was in 1915. Okay? As far as student loans are concerned, yeah, I said 1915. Okay. And as far as student loans are concerned, I don't think student loans should exist. My views on debt is a little bit more radical, but I do not believe student loans should exist, P-Rod. Okay? That goes back towards the conversation we had the other day a little bit earlier, about good debt versus bad debt. No such thing as good debt. Student loan is a bad debt. Okay? It's immune to all of the other recourses that one can use to get some relief from debt. If student loans didn't exist, we would have, because the argument for student loans is this. Well, if student loans give an opportunity for people to go to college that wouldn't be able to go to college if they weren't student loans. Yeah, you're right. But if student loans didn't exist, college wouldn't cost as much as it cost. And you'd be able to work and go to school. They would come out with a new edition of a textbook every year. The hustle of the education, higher learning, wouldn't be as egregious as it is. But because you don't have to feel the pain of the money you're spending until later, we're gonna keep tuition keep going up. Like we discovering new things every day. So we're gonna, we gotta make a new textbook. Geometry was the same. for the last 100 years. But we got these new textbooks, really? Student loans shouldn't exist. When you okay, and this, see, all right, this thing, you finna take me to the next, you finna take me to the next place. All right, because a lot of people don't understand my views on a lot of stuff. They think because my life is the way it is, I'm out of touch. I'm not out of touch. My daddy, my daddy picked oranges. Okay, my mama is an immigrant from Haiti. Okay, I've been poor all my life. I lived in a house with no electricity. Okay, for an extended period of time where the water was cut off, we had to go outside and steal the water. Lived there, been there, done that. Okay, and in addition to that, I've seen both sides of the fence. I've seen how poor people live that are poor because life kicked them in the nuts, and I see how poor people live that are poor because of choices that they make. But we can't ever talk about people that choose. We can't ever talk about that. There's always an excuse we like to give for that. Okay? Creating student loans keep us in this slave mentality where we can't ever believe that we can accomplish and do something without borrowing money to get it done or plan for their life. People talk about having children like it's an accident or you caught a cold or the flu. No, you were screwing. And 1 + 1 equals 3. Okay?
Yeah.
There's so many prepaid ways to fund your children's education. Okay? That's the greatest gift you can give your children, is to pay for their college ahead of time. Okay? And but we say, we couldn't never afford to do, you know. And I'm like, but you always saw fit to keep your broke self in the nicest clothes. Have you even looked up what it costs? Okay, some people can't even tell you what they call. These things are called 529s, where you pay for your children's education now. Okay,
Yeah.
and these plans are exempt from federal income tax. Okay, the plan holders use them for qualified education expenses according to the Internal Revenue Service. You tax exempt. But now my parents didn't plan. First off, they didn't plan to have me. The only time people use Planned Parenthood in the sentence when they talk about the abortion clinic. Okay, they didn't plan to have me. They didn't plan my life. They didn't plan their life. At what point are we just going to be like, yo, yeah, we messed up. Now it's time for us to do better.
Yeah.
You know, we quit to talk about oppression and the white man and slavery. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, it happened. We have been affected by it. But the first step towards healing is acknowledging the problem and then taking steps towards moving, fixing the problem. Or we just stuck at acknowledging the problem.
Yeah. Hey, but I will say, when you were saying it happened, I don't think you should put an ED on it. You should put an ING. It's happening.
The reason why I separate what we dealing with today from then is because I don't think nobody who's sucking air right now can truly appreciate what happened then. Okay, we like to liken what we dealing with now with what happened then, but I don't think nobody who's sucking wind can truly appreciate what happened then. What happened then, oh my God, was atrocious. Do you know how many of us didn't make it? And what I mean by that is,
on the boat?
No, period. Throughout that whole period of time where they was selling people, okay? It was buying and selling people throughout that whole period of time. You know how many of us didn't make it? Because they had to go. They had to kill him for whatever reason, or they chose to kill him for whatever reason. Man, we got way off, but the numbers. Look, if you a plantation owner and the more people you got, the more free work you got, wouldn't it be in your best interest to have as many as you can have? And there's a technique where you can get free ones. That's by making this one and this one hunch, and they making you another one for free. Okay? So, and they call it chattel slavery. Okay? So if they were being bred, they'll be bred. How are we 13% of the population today?
How are we?
How are we 13% of the population today?
Kids, huh?
What I'm saying is, look, they was breeding us for work. Okay?
Yeah.
So there was more of us than them. So how today we only 13% of the population.
Oh, okay, I guess what you're saying.
So, yes, we ain't there yet. We ain't reached the promised land. Yes, things are still bad for us. And I'm not trying to diminish how bad it is today. But I just really, I take issue with how we try to compare things to that. But some of us couldn't even fathom. We ain't even built for what they went through.
So, hey, got a good question to get back to everything.
Okay.
If we're not going to lend money, what are some alternatives we can do to help?
Money pots. Money pots.
You know what? That is an excellent idea. I actually came up with an idea like that. Like the way I did it was, similar to PayPal. Like you get everybody to get a PayPal account and they get a PayPal card. So it's like anytime somebody needs some money, everybody in the group, split up the difference of how much that person needs, send it via PayPal, bam. You just had multiple people take care of a big issue. And it didn't hurt, the people's pocket who helped. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's excellent. Is there any more you got, or you think that should just be the top one?
Well, money pot should be like a major part, because what that is, see, we like to force the government to be socialist, but the truth is the government can't be socialist. We, the people, have to treat each other with socialist behaviors, okay? We have to be able to come together and take care of each other and not ask the government to do it. Okay? Exactly. The government has to be republic because the government is on the board with other governments. Okay? But the people, we have to take care of each other. How we all show up at a protest, but we can't come together to fund a school in our neighborhood. We can't come together to do whatever it is that we need to do for our own community. Okay? So money pots have to be the biggest thing. Don't make no sense. Just look at this. Look how stupid this is. A lady, okay, her and her husband have 10 kids. When they grow up and become adults, each one of her children get their own place in the same community. Okay? So now we have 10 places, no, 11 places, because the parents still alive. 11 places, all of them paying Georgia Power $200 and $300 a month. So 11 people times 300 is what $3,000 Georgia Power taken out of that family. And we talk about why we can't have generational wealth being passed down. Well, $3,000 leaving the family. Not to mention Comcast. No, but we can't live. I need my own space. I can't live. See, that mentality, you got to have your own, but you ain't got nothing. Why? When all of y'all suffer individually, we all can prosper together. That's just stupid.
Hey, you know what? We got 5 minutes, but that last part you said with people not living together for a better cause. Now, I'm definitely all for something like that, but man, you can't do that with everybody.
No, you can't.
You really,
no, you
can't.
You got to save the savable.
Man.
Quit trying to save people that shown you by their action that they don't want to be saved.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that with everybody because not everybody lives the same, man. Not everybody lives the same. You got some people, man, that really live differently. And yeah, man. I mean, because I wanted to try something like that. I wanted to go in with some people and we get a nice size house and we all just split everything up and just keep building our money until we can all branch off into bigger and better things.
See, the reason it don't work is because a lot of times not everybody got equal amount of skin in the game. Okay, so who named the house in? Okay, so that person feeling some kind of way. Who got the master bedroom? Now some folks feeling some kind of way. It's all these little things that prevent us from achieving the goal we set out to achieve.
Oh man, yeah. I'm just worried about you holding up your end of the rent and the money and just
enough people get there. The rent. See, there have to be some relinquishing of some individual rights to make this work. Okay, there have to be like, yo, what everybody finances looking like. Like there have to be some breaking down some barriers to make it work. We have to do stuff we don't normally do to achieve what we don't normally achieve. You see? And that's a rare thing. People, now ain't all in my business, yet it stay broken down. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, we got 3 minutes left. So, the show today was basically about is lending money to family or friends good or bad? Me and Mr. Mango have come to a conclusion that it is not a good thing, but we've also come up with a solution. And the solution is money pots.
And money pot is what I pulled from my head. I don't know if that's what they're called because I know they got another name. But a community of people, and every other community does this, by the way. Community of people put money together to help an individual. So the pain of the big purchase of the big thing isn't felt by an individual. It's felt by the collective. $100 times 15 people is $1,500. There go your transmission.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's how we should start helping each other as a community.
Yes.
That's how we should start.
And you know what? This even go one step further. My mama just had an accident a couple days ago. And I ain't gonna put too much of business out there. I already did though. But she's seeing the hustle in the whole doctor lawyer game. Okay? Bruh, we need to take notes from these other communities that's winning. Okay? We need to have a lawyer in the family because they killing it. We need to have a doctor in the family because they killing it. We need to have a mechanic in the family because they killing it. All of these needs that we have, we need to be able to be self-sufficient so we don't have to go and pay outside the community for something. And if you went to law school because we all could pay for it for you to go, then you got to know that working on our case is going to come at a discounted rate.
Yeah. So definitely, man. Like you said, our money pots is a solution. So if you listen to this, get a community of friends and family members together and start helping out one another instead of doing it yourself. That way you won't have to worry too much about getting your money back. This is Being the Man Show. See you next Monday at 11 p.m.
Oh, man. I see you trying to speed it up. You know I'm long-winded. I see y'all looking at the clock. Tick.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, screen just went off.
So, this the after show, folks. Those folks who still watching on YouTube. Is this the after show now? I know what Wolf just said. Yeah, this the after show. Folks who still watching on YouTube, we get to talk about whatever we want. But I'm still kind of hyped about the topic we were just talking about. Okay, and it pains me that people rather suffer in poverty than come together and build something.
Yeah, you know what, man? I don't think it's just, well, I speak for myself personally, man. It wasn't that. I wanted to totally build with somebody, man, but it's just, to be honest, it was the way that they lived.
Yeah.
Versus how I lived. It was going to totally conflict with that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to be a good fit. It would have started arguments and dislike. So it was just like, it's better to not even do that because it wasn't going to be a good situation. I already know it because...
All right, here's the alternative. Y'all all go in on a piece of land that got some space and you put some trailers out there. We trying to fix things for... not our generation. We're not going to see it in our lifetime. We'll see the results when we're looking down from heaven of how our children are able to have a better life, or our grandkids are able to have a better life because what we chose to do today. Okay?
Hey, you know what? I definitely wanted to holler at you about something like that, too. The house that, my grandma, she passed, and, before she passed, it was this house she used to live in that she had eventually let go. That house, because I grew up in that house from like the 3rd grade up until like high school, and that house sold for I think $13,000. I think it sold for $13,000. Yeah, the house was in real bad shape actually. I remember living in there. The toilet was almost through the floor and shit. But I say $13,000, and someone bought that house, fixed it up, and now got it on the market for like $70-some thousand.
Yep, and if it's in that part of Atlanta where they gentrifying, yeah, I know somebody who they going for outrageous price when it comes to the markup of they gentrifying, man. They buying a lot of them old.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, bro, we need to put some grands together and catch one of them things, man. Like,
my problem with that is why y'all selling? Why are we gonna complain about gentrification and sell?
Sure.
If you own it, you own it. Now y'all ain't taking over my neighborhood. Put me out with your Whole Foods.
What? So where we going? We're gonna keep that house and stay in that neighborhood?
Nah, we can rehab it and rent it and make the make 12, 13 foot, because it's gonna be prime real estate after they gentrify it. Rent it out. Quit selling your stuff when it's worth something. That's my point. And we ain't got nothing.
Yeah. You can definitely do that. You go either way. Rent it for a couple of years and then eventually sell it. It's however you want to do it.
I'm a hoarder. I want to keep everything.
Yeah, man.
If we buy another property, we're not selling this one.
Hey, I know one thing about renting out properties, man, and I've ran into a lot of people who rented out properties. It's more of a headache than selling it, but you do make a lot of money renting. You make a lot of money renting, but it's definitely a headache, man, because you got to deal with the people who you got moving in. They destroying the house,
Yeah.
and when they leave out, you have to go back in there and rebuild the house right back up, especially if somebody really fucked up the house. So you got to go back in there, paint, change out the fucking carpet. Who else knows? Fix holes in the walls and everything.
Yeah.
And that shit's probably gonna cost you all the money that they spent to stay there.
Yeah. It's
And
possible. It's possible, but you can't have all your eggs on one house. Yeah, it's a headache, but if you own 15, 20, 30 houses, I think
yeah,
you're making enough profit to live with that.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely a good game to get into, though, man. Like property is the ultimate game, actually, though. You own land, man. You got some pull. You definitely got some power if you own some land.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
you got a little bit of power because at the end of the day, they can take your land.
that's I mean, just
Eminent
like the end
domain.
of the day, they can take your license too. They can
Yeah.
take, it's like it's a privilege to be driving on the road. But you
Yeah.
paid to get the
Yeah.
roads. You paid to get the roads and shit there. For your taxes paid for that road, but it's a privilege for you to drive on that road.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's definitely some more bullshit. And then when you pay for a house, you gotta pay taxes on that fucking house every year. It's like, man, are you kidding me?
Yeah, but oh my goodness, we were just talking about property taxes the other day.
Oh, and you can kill people like that too. If people don't pay their taxes on the house, you can pay for it.
Yeah.
And,
It's a
and
longer
eventually
process. It's a longer process, but yeah, you can take their house. You can put them out, or you can make a deal with them, and they become your tenant. But I was thinking about the school system because uh, schools are funded by property taxes, and
Yeah.
there's a direct correlation with schools that got school districts that have a schools like Cobb County or Gwinnett County and the property tax that they pay. I think I want to say Beaufort County is like the number one in Georgia or whatnot. But there's a direct correlation with the school system and the property taxes paid in that district. And then you got some school systems like Clayton County where they send notes home to parents, we need you to send this because we can't afford X, Y, and Z. They always talk about, this school need this and they need that. We need to hire better teachers and all this and that. But those A plus schools, they don't have all these problems. And, me, I don't normally subscribe to socialism, but I think they're funding the schools all wrong. Here's how schools should be funded. Take the same amount of money that you was taking from property taxes, put it in one big pot for the state of Georgia, and allocate those funds for each enrolled student. So you take the whole number. We done collected $1 billion in 2017 for property taxes. How many students we got? We got 3 million students in Georgia. And you divide the 1 billion by the 3 million, and each kid get that money, and it goes towards the school. And that's how it should be funded. We should take no federal government money. All schools should be managed on a local level, and we should be able to take any female or male out back and beat their tail if they have sex with our kids.
You just said if they had sex with your kids, you'd be able to take them out back.
We should be able to do that. I'm sick and tired of these pretty teachers screwing our boys. Okay? They sick. And I'm sick and tired of the double standard.
Yeah, because you're talking about if the girl did it, it'd be hell to pay.
Yeah. I'm sick and tired of this false idea of equality. It's crap.
Yeah. We got. I don't know, man. Women, women should be able to play football too.
Yeah, with each other. I was just on YouTube, and YouTube got the pride flag on display today, right?
I see it.
I have no problem with the people. You do what you do, but ain't nobody gonna tell me that me and my muscles don't have no advantage over a female, okay? So if I identify as a woman or a girl, I don't have no advantage when I play against girls in the same sport. Come on, really? We've fallen that far from common sense. I'm on a wrestling squad. Huh?
They may run you over, Mr. Mango.
Okay. On average, males, genetic males, that's what I'm going to call them, genetic males, because they don't identify as males. Okay, but you're genetically a male. On average, genetic males have stronger physical attributes than genetic females. Okay? So, it would not be fair for genetic females to compete in any sports with genetic males. Unless the sport has nothing to do, unless it's like golf, and it got nothing to do with how fast you are, how strong you are. You're playing archery and darts, fencing, but we doing wrestling, football, track, basketball, where I can do all of these things better than you. That's not fair. But we so afraid of this Gestapo called the LG, I can't get all the letters right. I understand what they was fighting for. I get it. But you should not be able to ruin people the way that they do. People should not be afraid. Them and Muslim people are scared to death of those two people, two groups of people, to say anything that can be questionable. But I could turn on any TV show and they making a mockery of Jesus. Okay? Kill me with this false equality crap. I'll respect you more if you say, yeah, we have the advantage. That's what it is. Now suck it up. You say that to me, I'll respect you more. But this whole idea that things are equal, come on. Miss me with that.
It made them folks stronger, though, man.
Yeah.
It made them strong. I mean, you remember when they used to beat gay people to death.
Well, we shouldn't have did that. Maybe this is maybe I say we, like I participated. I never participated. I have to say this in America now because they're gonna cut this up and be like, he said he used to beat gay people. No, I didn't say that. That was a royal we, and I don't want to associate myself with that at all. Anyway, I was about to say it again. Folks shouldn't have did that. Okay? This is
they made them strong, man.
Yeah, this is how you deal with people that participate in a behavior that you don't like. You let them do it over there. That's it. You live your life. And you teach you and yours how you feel about it. Nothing they do give you the right unless they're pressing you directly to do anything to them. Because at the end of the day, either you right or they right. And the only way we'll find out is when we all die. So I believe let people live, man. Let them do what they're going to do. Let them do what they want to do. But they shouldn't be able to force themselves on you. Just like, how they call Bible thumpers. Oh, you Jesus freak and all this and that. Jesus ain't never, if you study the Bible, ain't never forced himself on nobody. He was like, yo, y'all want to roll with me? We're going to talk, and I'm going to pass out some fish and some bread. What's up? Okay? But, these self-righteous so-called Christians that don't even know how to follow the book of Proverbs and not loan no money to nobody, They like to, bash folks on the head with the Bible. That's not how Jesus rolled. Jesus rolled, look, you got free will. You do what you want to do. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. I created this universe with laws. Okay? I give you free will. Now, there are either good consequences or bad consequences to the choices you make, but there are consequences to the choices you make. And the day will come when we'll see who was right.
Man, I was just thinking, man, the boy Wolf Blood, man, he definitely been representing, like, for a minute.
Yeah.
He definitely been representing. I'm trying to see how old dude is, man. Dude need to be, just need to be, rewarded or something, man.
Yeah. He I play with him on the other channel, and I had a contest, the Skyrim contest. Oh, he just said his age.
15.
Yeah. What tripped me out about Wolf is like he's listening, he paying attention. But like, how do you feel about what we saying, Wolf? You're young, you're hip to the streets. What are your thoughts?
I've been out here cursing like a mother.
Yeah, you notice I've been self-editing myself.
Oh man, you get that man with an Amazon card or something.
I got no Amazon card. Yo, when we make it big, Wolf, I will remember you. Just like I remember all them folks that I tagged on Facebook that didn't show up to the street tonight. Okay, I'm like, yo, shout out to Wolf Blood. He'll $100 gift card. Go buy you something nice.
Hey man, are you following my eBay page?
No, I ain't follow it. It's understandable because I'm learning before I start a job, which I don't want to get a job. I'm super lazy. Oh yeah. Oh well, you don't work, you shouldn't be able to eat. That's my philosophy. You need to get there and work.
Hey Wolf, you better get your YouTube page started and start grinding. By the time you become a grown person, it'll be a big channel.
Yeah.
5 years from now, you never know what that channel will be.
They like young people on YouTube. They have a problem with older people. Like, you shouldn't be on YouTube, you old fat man. They like younger people on YouTube.
I mean, can you think about it? If you do that right now, and 5 years later, you'll be 20. You won't regret it, even if it doesn't do good. I mean, because if it doesn't do good, you'll just turn 20, you go to college or you'll go get your job. But if it does do good, you got a job on YouTube now making money while you're still going to go to college to pursue your career. And with these, you don't have to worry about going into debt like other people, getting college loans or nothing like that. Your YouTube career boosts you in a whole different, tax bracket, everything.
Yep. MKBHD is a perfect example.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember him when he started. I'm telling you, he was young as hell when he started too. And that boy is, I think he's a millionaire now. He has to be.
Yeah. If he get $1 per subscriber, he should be. Well, ad revenue ain't the only way though.
Yeah, ad revenue is not the only way. You got affiliate programs. You got your own product. I mean, you got plenty of ways you can do it.
Not to mention Super Chat. Not to mention Super Chat for the live broadcast. But yeah, there's other avenues to ad revenue alone. Now, mind you, I just said MKBHD, right? He dropped a video about a phone. I have the OnePlus 3. That's the type of phone I have, right? He dropped a video about the OnePlus 5. And in 2 days, off ad revenue, he made between $3,000 and $8,000 on that video. Yeah, he has a large following, but you know he had to build that. You know what I'm saying? Well, see what happened with YouTube. YouTube has changed things and made it harder for new people coming in, but also folks don't want to build nothing no more. They just want to walk into something. You got to build that.
Exactly, and then you gotta realize if you come in here and you be consistent on YouTube, you're gonna make it big. I mean, it's inevitable because this is the most used search engine. When folks go to search something, they typically go to YouTube to search it to see a video about it, not to read about it. Now, if they don't find it on YouTube, then they'll go to Google and search it. But even if you go to Google to search it, you'll see the video pop up, you know, to look at it from there as well. So
that's why Google bought YouTube.
Yeah, Google definitely, man. They oh my, they killing that search engine game for real.
Yeah.
Apple might as well quit it and just allow that to be the default search engine on their phones. Like every phone manufacturer should be that way. Like you got to give it to them. Bing is definitely.
Well, I think there should always be others because people that on top get complacent when they ain't got nobody coming for them. Okay.
Yeah, just like Comcast.
Mm-hmm.
And you see they scared because Google Fiber on the way.
Yeah, they talk so much trash about Google Fiber on the billboards. Well, you can't do this and you can't do that. Don't nobody care. I want gigabit up and down. That's what I want. A real gigabit up and down. Right now, I fluctuate between 300 megabytes to 700 megabits per second. I want to see that 9 and up and down every time I do a speed test.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait until Google Fiber come in my area. I'm gonna jump on that so quick.
As soon as you get, I'm coming to your house and cut your cable.
Yeah. Oh man, look!
Reinstall it.
Did you get that video I sent you? About
I saw that I9. I just saw it. I'm like, I can't wait this over. I'm gonna watch that.
Oh man, it's $1,000, man.
Yep, it's gonna be 8 years before I get that.
It's $1,000 and it's 10 cores. They got it. It goes all the way up to 18 cores, and that's $2,000 for the 18 core one.
What type of cooling system you need for that though?
Oh no, man. I do not know, but that thing is gonna be ready, you know, for like multiple graphic cards, and that thing is just souped up. Damn, with just $1,000, though. Yeah, it's gonna be a long time.
After I make it on YouTube, I'm gonna build me a beast. I'm gonna max out the RAM. I'm gonna get something like that, and I'm gonna get 2 SLI, at least 1080 GTX, TIs, Nvidias. I said everything all backwards. Just the Nvidia GTX 1080 Ti. Okay, graphic card with the SLI, and I'm gonna change out my monitors. I got a 27-inch and a 24-inch. I'm gonna get Batman style. Like a 32-inch and two 27s going triple screen around this piece. And I'm going to mount them to the wall. Yeah. I'm dreaming now.
So that's, what is, it's, I think got hyper-threading 3.0, and what they're saying is, this i9 is going to be able to handle you streaming, editing video, and like, say for instance, doing 3D modeling.
True multitasking. Yes.
Basically,
yeah.
Like that is some serious multitasking. Because when you think about it, you already know video editing software eats the hell out of RAM. And the processor, and then you got what else? The streaming on top of that, and then the 3D modeling. that eats the shit load of resources.
And I think
So
we're going to spend less time on DDR3 in the motherboard, and we're going to be jumping it. I mean DDR4 in the motherboard than we did with DDR3. So I think we're going to be jumping to DDR5 faster than we jumped from DDR3 to DDR4. I think the jump from DDR4 to DDR5 is going to happen faster, especially with this next level processor. Yeah. So just imagine, you got the DDR5, and you know they're always making advancements in solid states, and they're getting cheaper. Okay, graphics cards. The challenge with those is the heat sink. You know, keeping them cool. You know, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with some new polymer or whatever crap. You know, somebody in the lab figuring that out right now. They're gonna take the graphics card to the next level, and you know, because the last wave was really not a step towards more power. It was a step towards more efficiency, using less power to get the same, if not just a little bit better performance. Now the next wave is going to be a substantial leap in performance, and then we'll rehash the less power a little further down the road.
No, but see, you're absolutely right. This wave, this jump right here is going to be fast because these are not going to be backwards compatible. Like when you get these, you're going to have to get specific boards that can handle these. So that's them letting you know off rip. When you get these i9s, you're going to make a whole new transition into a different type of hardware and upgrade and everything. So
and you know what? I just reloaded somebody's computer the other day, and they have Vista. Bruh.
Really?
Yeah, they have Vista because it's, you know, an older gentleman computer, and that was his license on the top of the thing. And I was like, bruh, when I loaded it, Dell didn't even support the drivers for the operating system of that model. It's like there was no love for Vista. I couldn't get Firefox. I couldn't get Chrome. I couldn't get Adobe Reader. I couldn't get nothing for Vista. And what was crazy was XP, they showed XP love. Matter of fact, there was still some XP stuff I can get.
Oh, yeah.
I called him. I had to upgrade to Windows 7. I'm like, yo, we got to upgrade to Windows 7. This ain't going to work. Because you got 4 gigs of RAM. You got a dual-core processor. You can handle Windows 7 64-bit operating system. Your computer runs smooth. It's just that your license was for this Vista. You know, so we need to upgrade you to Windows 7. And even Windows 7 stopped getting support. You know, as soon as I started loading Windows 7 and the moment I started getting updates, it was like, yo, there's certain things we're not supporting. Security updates for Windows 7. You got to get Windows 8 or 10. And I'm like, wow. So yeah, they already flipping the script with the software. They're going to flip the script with the hardware, where you're going to have like digital analog type of transition. If you want to continue on with a desktop or a PC, you're going to have to make this shift.
Yeah. But, man, I'm about to get ready to call it a night, man. And, hey, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I kind of enjoyed that PC talk. You know, it brought the geek out of me a little bit.
Well, maybe we should talk tech at some point. After we get the court system screwing the man out of our system, okay, with child custody support. Maybe we should have some tech talk.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because we could,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Because I definitely...
Because you know what bothers me?
Go back to my geek thing.
You know what bothers me as a technically inclined person is the lack of desire from my peers and people I know to know more. And I'm the one that they call.
You know what I think the biggest mistake a lot of people make is thinking that they don't need a computer because their phones are powerful. I'm like, man, that is the stupidest thing. Like, of course, they're moving in that direction, but you still need that beast at home. You still need that desktop.
Yeah, I'm always gonna have a
and
desktop.
You still need
because
that.
there's so many things I can do here. Now, mind you, if you're not doing all that stuff, get you a Surface, a Windows tablet, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
The next B.A.M show, PC work and what good for the PC. That's wolf blood. Hey, you know, like my
we'll
system.
We'll definitely do that.
My system's awesome, but you know it's outdated for me. Her system is better than mine. She got a 4th generation i7. I got a 3rd generation i7. Her laptop is a 6th generation i7. My laptop is a 1st generation i7. You know, so, you know, I'm starting to feel the lag. I click stuff and it don't happen immediately. You know, and I'm like, you're starting to let me down. You know, for SimCity to freeze, what? I got games freezing. I got 20 gigs of RAM in here, and I think I might need to replace the RAM because that could be why it's freezing. But I don't even want to troubleshoot this. I just want to build me another one.
Yeah. So we're gonna get a 5th generation i7.
If I get an i7, it's gonna be the most current i7.
Okay. What generation are they in now? 6?
I think 7.
7 now.
Yeah, 6 or 7. I want DDR4. My concern is I got Windows 10 off of my Windows 8 upgrade. And I got my Windows 8 for when they were selling Windows 8 for $35. So I'm saying to myself, what type of hassle am I going to have when I gut this motherboard and put another one in there? I'm not trying to spend another $100 on Windows.
Are they going to let you go back up to Windows 10?
Yeah, I'm not trying to have a hassle. He got a 15-year-old with an i7 and an iPhone 6. Baller. We be on them twinkers. We need to do a show about how parents spoil their children. Generation. What's that? He said he has a 7th generation. Yeah, he said it's 7 because I have. He has a 7th generation.
Okay. Yeah.
And he got an iPhone 6. We need to do a show on how parents are spoiling their kids.
Well, I got the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. It's better than the 6.
It's not a competition, sir. Nobody's doing a pissing test. I'm sticking. Man. We need to teach contentment. I'm sticking with the OnePlus 3. I'm not getting the OnePlus 5. I'm sticking with the OnePlus 3.
Did you see the OnePlus 5?
Yeah, I seen the OnePlus 5. The camera's nice, but other than that, you know, 8 gigs of RAM, that new processor, you know, and you know, OnePlus is always gonna have that nice, smooth. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, I made it to level 100 on Plants vs Zombies on my phone, and it started to lag because all them zombies that was coming out. I'm curious to know what that experience would be like with 8 gigs of RAM and that newer processor, you know, but. I'm not finna spend $459 or whatever that was for the phone because I seen the price. We went to their website. Nah, bro, y'all getting up there. And then y'all still got a 1080p screen. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stick with mine. I got my fingerprint reader, my NFC. I don't got the Bluetooth 5, but I ain't trying to share my Bluetooth with nobody anyway, so I'm good.
That's what's up, Wolf. We'll definitely have a tech show on here one day, man. Cause you know we are some geeks, and I know I love technology. I'm kind of getting away from it because I've been working a lot and doing other things. Like what I do in technology right now is programming. So
I got the iPad for. That's what I got the iPad for, sir. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna have to sell my iPad 4 when the new iPad Mini come out. But this is it. You know, see what you got to understand. Okay, I used to be that guy, and Mike will attest to this, that got the toys. Okay? I got a Windows Surface around here somewhere that I haven't turned on in weeks. Okay.
Oh yeah, he definitely got toys.
Okay, I got, so I'm like, you know
Look
what?
at his router.
Yeah. I don't know if I should have routed, but oh man, I should have got the X10 because I'm having trouble with my Plex media server, and I should have got the X10, and I'm now gonna have to buy me a new NAS so I can transfer everything. But but I've decided that I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna take a step back. I talk a lot of trash about finances, but I'm a big hypocrite when it comes to my personal life. So I'm gonna start trying to walk the walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be put out that $1,000 drone.
That's that. Hey, that's oh man. Oh, I want that drone so bad. See, here's my problem. I have a wife that will buy me stuff like that. And I'm like, babe, I love you, but you don't have to do
Which
that.
one you talking about you want?
The one that he had, MKBHD had. That one with the 4K.
Maverick?
That little one that folded in his pocket.
That Maverick. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. That ain't nothing but $500.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm on baby. We still on baby step number 2.
Yeah.
We're still on baby step number 2. So you got to be disciplined. And that's what I try to tell her, and I'm not trying to throw in the bus or anything. Like, look, we can't halfway do this, babe. We got to all the way do this.
Hey, you know what'd be cool? If you can have drone footage in the background while people are watching you play the video game.
Yeah. Drone footage so they can see my balding head. There it is.
All right, there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
I think I'm gonna get on some Killing Floor on the PS4. So right now it's 12:36. Look for me on the Mr. Mango Head show, like I'm talking to a group of people. It's only wolf blood up in here, but look for me at about 12:50. I need to, do my thing. Hey, your wife loves to make you happy because it makes her happy to see you happy. Look at you. Look at you. You see Wolf. That's what's up.
All right, man.
All right, then. I'll see you next week.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All right. Stop streaming.